Hello everyone, welcome back to our Python complete course. In the previous video, we studied about how to work with file, sig method, tail method, and the OS module. So in today's video, we will study about one of the most important topic in Python, that is exception handling. So every professional Python developer uses exception handling to make program more reliable and user-friendly. By the end of this lecture, you will understand what is exception handling, try, except, else, finally, multiple exception, range, and other many other things. So let's get started. Started. So what is an exception? So an exception. Wait a minute. So an exception is a runtime error that interrupt the normal flow of program. Python provide exception handling to manage such error gracefully. So an exception is an error that occur while a program is running. When an exception occur, the normal flow of the program stop. So when you print like this, when you run this, it will show zero division error division by zero like this. So since dividing by zero is not allowed, so Python stop the program. It does not show syntax error. It showed zero division error like this. So this is abstract exception. This is an exception like this. So the next one is why exception handling. So it prevent the program from crashing, improve user experience, and allow developer to handle error efficiently. So basically, without exception handling, the program crashes, remaining the code does not execute. Remaining code does not execute. So with exception handling, the error is handled. The program continue running slowly. So the next is try block. So place code that may raise an exception inside try block. So basically, the code that may produce an error is written inside the try block. So try block is like this. Basically, this like this, if we print 10, basically it can produce errors. So if it can produce error, be like such an it kills, like it can be false, it is true, then it will print, and it will false. So there have second condition, second statement for it. So same like that, if it has error in the first, then it will print the other word like except like this, print error occurred like this. So it will show an error occur basically because these statements show error, because it will not run. So it will move to the next statement. Like if we do like, then it will run this statement. So this is try block and accept block. block handle the exception if one occur in the try block, different exception can have separate except block. And there is also else block. The else block run only if no exception occur in the try block. So basically, except block execute only if an exception occurs, and else block run only if no exception occurs. So I will give you an example of else block. We will do a code of else block here. So here first try block run properly. So in the try block first enter number 355. So that value program executed successfully. So else block run only if no exception occur. If there is exception occur, so like 100 divided by number. If we run it again and it will be 0, then it will show cannot divide by 0. So it will show except value matlab that means that there is an error occur in it. So the except ball block execute only an exception occurs. So there is an exception occur in it. So except ball except block execute, and if no exception occur it will execute properly, so else block will execute like this. So I hope you will understand from it. So there is also the finally block. So the finally block always execute when whether an execution occurs or not. It commonly used to close file or release resources. So basically, the finally block always execute whether an exception occur or not. It commonly used to close file or release resources. So also an example of finally block. like this. So file not on. So finally, block always execute whether an exception occur or not. There an exception occur that file not found, so it will execute. But finally, block will always execute. That program finished like this. Now the next one is rich keyword. So the rich keyword is used to generate exception manually when a specific condition is met. So basically, the rich keyword is used to generate an exception manually. Like if you do and code, try to understand. We will try to understand it by a code. So here the rich keyword is used to generate an exception manually. Here the variable is equal to minus 5 if age less than 0, then this condition met, then it will raise value error that age cannot be negative, like this. I hope you guys understand that the range keyword used to generate exception manually when the certain condition is met. And in here, the condition is that age is less than 0. If age less than 0, then it will show only range value error. So here already age less than 0, and if it not like this, age is not less than 0. So it will not show any value error like this. So it is easier to understand for you guys. So I hope you guys understand this easily. So common built-in exception. So zero division error, value error, type error, index error, key error, file not found error, and name errors. So basically zero division error by dividing by zero value. These are the common built-in exceptions that happen in Python, that like the division error. Mm, yeah, that if we want to divide it by zero, so it will show zero division error. Here next one is value error. Here is so the value error. So because it is invalid value, because value not valid. Value should be greater than zero, but it is less than zero, so it is not valid. So it will show value error. And many other like type error with wrong data types, and name error with variable not defined, index error for meaning invalid list index, key a error invalid dictionary key, file not found error, that means file not found, import error, module cannot be imported, like this. So the best practice is handle only expected exception, avoid attempt except block, use finally for cleanup, and write meaningful and message. So these are the practice program, and these are the best practice that handle only the exception you accept. Avoid using a blank accept unless block necessary. Unless necessary, use finally to clean up resources and display meaningful error message. Test your code with invalid inputs, like this. These are the practice program that you have to do, and this is the interview question, like what is an exception. So basically an exception is an error occurred during the execution of a program. and like different between the syntax error and exception. Explain try, except, else, and finally. So try is like try contain risky code, except handle error if they occur, and else only when no execution occur. Why is it used? So it is used to generate an exception manually. So basically, these are the some of the interview question, and this is the summary, final summary that we learned in this video about using try, except, else, finally, multiple exception, red keyword based practices, and common exceptions like this. So for your better understanding, I want to try a full program coding, full code in which I use every type of function, like I use else, finally, except, try, all of this like this. I will show you with the help with my compiler. Like this is, and here if we put zero here, then it will so cannot divide by zero. Thank you. Like this. That is zero division error, so it will not print the it will execute the accept value, that is cannot divide by zero. And if you type it to, it will show the result 50. Thank you. That will run else one. That is the try function work properly, then it will show the else function also run properly like this. So I use all the block, that else block, try I will try block, accept block, else block, finally block, all type of block in it. So I hope you guys understand it properly from this. So that's it in the video, guys. So see you guys in the next video. So I am thinking of completing the this next video in this next topic in this video, because there is a last topic in this unit remaining, that is user defined exception. No, here user defined exceptions. So no intro needed. So we will do this. So for your sake, hello guys. Sorry. So we will do this user defined exception. So in this video, we we will do what are user defined exception, why do we need them, how to create custom exception, how to raise custom exception weights. So let's start this video. So first of all, is what are user defined exception. So basically user defined custom exception are exception created by program for my application a specific error condition. Like a Python allow programmer to create their own exception. These are called user-defined exception or custom exception. A custom exception is simply a class that inherits from Python built-in exception class. Now the next question is why create custom exception? They make program easier to understand by providing meaningful error message for business rule and validation. So uh, So imagine you are creating a banking application. Some business rule might be minimum balance should be 1000, age should be at least 18 year, password should contain at least eight characters. So these are the banking application rule regulations. So Python does not have built-in exception for this situation. So we create our own exceptions. So the next one is creating a custom exception. So creating a custom create creating a custom exception. So create a class that inheritance from exception. So to create a custom exception, create a class that inheritance from exception, and these are its syntax that class invalid edge error means my exception, and these are the exception, and then pass like this. So my exception is our custom exception, means invalid edge error is our custom exception, and this is parents class, and pass means the class has no additional code, and we can put other codes in from the next line of it. So the next is using raise. So use raise to throw a custom exception when a condition is violated. So raise is used to throw the custom application when some condition is violated. We already study about there in last videos, last part of Rage. Rage keyword, that is it's used to generate exception manually when a certain condition is met. So use to throw the custom exception when a condition is violated. And the next one is using try except. Catch custom exception with accept invalid edge error as e dot. This is the syntax, and display the error message like this. And the best practice is use descriptive exception name, inherit from exception, provide clear message, and raise conception exception only for exceptional situations. So These are the steps that use meaningful exception name, always inheritance from exception, range exception only when necessary, handle exception using try except, display clear informative message. And the advantage of custom exception are make program more meaningful, handle business rule efficiently, improve code readability, simplify debugging, use in real world software development. So so these are the interview question that what is custom exception, why inheritance from exception, why inherit from exception, difference between built-in and other defined exception, when should custom exception be used. So I already told you about all of this. So this is the summary that cover custom exception creating exception class. This is the summary, basic summary of this build, this part. Now we will do a question from this by using user defined exception in it. So for a complete example, we will try. So this is the example of code that they use all type of like they use try block, except block, block init, and all type of exception. So let's run this. If we enter the age, the criteria is age should be male. If age less than 18, it will show error, value error, and that you are not eligible. So 19, it will show registration successful because you are eligible if you run properly. And if we again run and So 16. So registration successful. Sorry. It will show you are not eligible for it. It will show the age error, that is invalid age error. It will show like this. So I hope you guys understand from it. So see you guys in the next video.